Hello everyone, my name is Sai and we have another legendary gear set review slash discussion at our hands today from the Outriders team. We are talking about the Chronosuit legendary gear set for the Trickster. Now before we start, I would like to shed some light on a clarification made by the Outriders teams. They let us know that all the weapon levels and roll stats are solely for demonstration, and the legendary drop rate will go hand to hand with our world tier. So the higher tier you have, the more drop chances and better loot. They didn't specifically say anything about the mods, so we can safely say that there is a very good chance all these mods will be available. I have to say the visuals for this set looks absolutely stunning. I love the rogue type look that we're going for here. Reminds me of a character that I loved a lot. But we're here for the numbers and the stats, so I'm really excited to jump right in. The first item is the Cronosuit mask, and immediately we will be looking at the tier 3 mod called aggressive teleportation. And with this mod, when you revert time, it will create an explosion for X amount of damage in a 8-meter radius. I say X amount because the level is only 17 and the numbers will change the higher the level gets. The skill Borrowed Time instantly gives you a percentage of your max health as a shield and creates a time clone of yourself where you activate it. With this mod, when you reactivate the skill, it will teleport you back to your time clone and create an explosion around you for the time. The second tier 1 mod called Strong Twist will give you an additional 15% weapon damage until the end of Twisted Round skill. Twisted Rounds already gives you a damage buff for your selected weapon until you reload or switch it, so an extra 15% with the mod will be a nice cherry on the top. The next gear on the list is the Chronosuit chest piece. The tier 3 mod we're looking at here is called Death Shell. Is a really handy mod if you just want to charge into a group of enemies and eliminate them all with the best possible sustain. With this mod, while Borrowed Time is active, for every kill you will receive 10% less enemy weapon damage and anomaly damage for 10 seconds, stacking up to 4 times. So if you kill 4 enemies, you will get 40% resistance for 40 seconds. Pretty handy for an aggressive Trickster player. The second tier 1 mod on the other hand will be giving you an extra magazine until your Twisted Rounds goes in cooldown. So as long as you don't switch your guns until 2 reloads after activating the skill, you are all set for destruction. The next gear we'll be looking at is the Chronosuit leg piece. Now this gear has the mod that you all DPS lovers will absolutely adore. The tier 3 mod called Ammo Bargain will replenish 20% of your magazine for every kill while Twisted Round is still active. This is a big one because Twisted Round does not go on cooldown until you reload or switch your gun. So this mod will allow you to just literally and to add on to all the chaos you're causing, the second tier 1 mod, Armor of Eon, will give you an additional 100% armor for 10 seconds after activating Borrowed Time. And for our final gear, we have the Cronosuit Footgear with a tier 3 mod called Shield of the Fallen, and it does exactly what it says. At the end of your Twisted Round skill, you will receive 15% of your maximum health as a shield for each enemy you've killed while the skill was still active. Just like your healing mechanic, the more aggressive you are, the better the rewards you'll get. And to top it all off, we have our second tier 1 mod for the piece called Diffuse, which will increase your armor by a X amount and give you 50% resistance while you're sprinting. This is a really good complementary mod to have with this build because it allows you to be aggressive when needed and help you defensively while you need to retreat. Now at the end of it all, we have the gear set bonus being that every time you come out of Borrowed Time, you will replenish ammo in your clip. This bonus is not as outstanding compared to what we have seen for the Reforged gear set for the Pyromancer and the Deathproof gear set for the Devastator, but it synergizes extremely well with all the mods we have. So let's put everything together and see how this build will play out. For borrowed time, you will have an explosion when the skill is reactivated and goes on cooldown. While the skill is active, killing an enemy will grant you 10% resistance to both weapon and anomaly damage for 10 seconds, stacking up to 4 times, making it 40% resistance for 40 seconds at max. Activating the skill will grant you 100% additional armor for 10 seconds. And for twisted rounds, you will have 15% additional damage for weapons while the skill is active. Skill will be effective for 2 magazines instead of 1. Each kill will replenish 20% of the magazine. Gain 15% of your health as a shield for every kill. This will allow you to play extremely up close when you want to inflict high amounts of burst damage and then return to your time clone when all your skills are in cooldown. So having Temporal Slice as your third ability and close range weapons like shotguns will be the absolute best pairing right here. This hit and run tactic will assure that you apply the highest amount of DPS while taking the least amount of damage in return. Now that we went over the gear set, I want to hear about your thoughts on everything, if this fits your playstyle or you're looking for something else. Let me know in the comments. If you enjoy my Outriders content, you can always subscribe for more future videos on different builds and different gameplays. Thank you for watching, stay healthy, be safe, and as always, keep forging.